How you doing, everybody? Anthony Fenech, Royal Chef Cadillac Incorporated from Orangeville, Ontario, Canada. I'm far away from home here in Florida, Orlando, at the Automotive Digital Conference. I'm here with Bryce from Kijiji and Zack from SpinCar. We're really excited to talk about this product with you today, and I'm going to hand it over to these guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
Awesome. So what we have is SpinCar. It's an interactive 360-degree walk-around of your automotive inventory. So what it is a simple capture app that will, in one video, one single walk-around of the vehicle, take a video, from that video, chop it into 200 still images, and create this stitched, movable image that will allow the consumer to walk around the vehicle on their phone, in their home, wherever they are on their device. So what that's going to do is create a much more immersive experience for the consumer as they're looking around at vehicles. And on the interior, we're using this Ricoh Theta S camera here to give a hemispherical view of the interior, really putting that consumer in the driver's seat as they look at that vehicle.
Now, as we know, most shopping is done online, so this is really convenient that people can see and almost like taste, reach out, and feel the car before they get to the dealership, right?
Yes, exactly. And what that's going to do is allow the consumer to fall in love with the vehicle in whatever way that they want to.
Right. And can you map or follow up with any of these views? Like, do you have any? Can you provide data after someone has?
Great question. It's a great question. So what we'll do on the back end is give you a bunch of data, not only on the photography, but on how that person interacted with that vehicle. So we'll be able to tell you exactly how much time that they spent looking at each individual vehicle. And not only that, what hotspots were they clicking on? Were they interested in the engine? Were they interested in the performance of the vehicle? Were they interested in the safety features? So when you get that lead and you have that person's info, now when you go to call that person, you have a much more detailed talk track onto where you know their interests lie.
So with this fantastic service that you have now, you've reached out to Kijiji. There's some sort of merging there. There's a pairing.
We have an outstanding partnership with Kijiji.
Right. Yeah, so Kijiji, I mean, we met SpinCar. I didn't, Leanne did. Met with SpinCar, I think it was about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I think we were pretty blown away by not only their products, but their people, their culture, and their pricing, quite honestly. It's one thing to pitch an amazing product, but it's another thing to pitch an amazing product that the price point is just stupid. We signed up, 15 dealers at the last expo we were at. They just were lining up to go, and that's just Canadian dealers. So we have a partnership with them where we're going to be working with all of the dealerships we work with in Canada, bringing SpinCar to the market, and I'm really excited. So, I mean, my background, like yours, is in marketing. I spent 4 years at a dealership, and I know that the amount of headaches that SpinCar would have solved for me, not only in the sense of, doing great presentations and getting people more engaged, getting more leads, but like in the time savings on taking images of vehicles. When you move from 15, 20 minutes per vehicle down to 3 to 5, like think of how much faster vehicles are getting onto your site, onto the lot. The back-end reporting is incredible. I've just been super impressed by how many barriers they've removed from getting your vehicle, merchandised well, interestingly, and getting it onto Kijiji and onto your BDP on your website, like as soon as possible. So for me, when I saw this, not only as someone who works in Kijiji in sales and loves having a great partnership to sell products and to bring new stuff to our dealers, but seeing that value proposition, I was like, done. This is going to be a no-brainer for Canada, and I'm really excited. It's a no-brainer for America too.
And with the reporting that I mentioned earlier, we also take that same data for everybody who leaves the site without submitting a lead, and we use that data to retarget them, not only showing them the vehicle that they looked at, multiple vehicles that they looked at, and the price, but most importantly, we're able to prioritize and show them features that we know interest them about that vehicle.
Yeah.
So when they see that ad, whether it's on Yahoo, CBC, ESPN, wherever, they're gonna see that, fall back in love with that vehicle, and be re-engaged back directly to your website and be viewing that VDP again.
Yeah. One of the things I like too is that there are some solutions that really benefit only certain levels of the dealership. If you have a pricing tool, who does that really benefit? That benefits a sales manager, right? But when you talk about adding something like SpinCar, you're benefiting the GM because you're making more money. We have all the data to show that this does generate more leads. SpinCar has a guarantee. If your leads don't go up 10%, they'll just write you a check. And I don't think they've ever written a check.
90-day money back here.
It's my understanding. There's been no checks written. Your sales managers are going to like it because you have more leads coming in. Even your salespeople, when they get a lead that doesn't just say John Smith, here's my email, when it says, you know, they looked at all of this, they looked at these features. When you start a conversation with something someone else cares about, that's sales 101. You've already done the act of listening to know what they care about, you know, and then your photo takers, your marketing people, the time savings, you know, and the reports that say, listen, you're not adhering to these standards, you know, this vehicle doesn't have pictures, you know, having that generated so that you can have a team that follows the process and gets things done. It just overall, the up and down of the dealership is awesome.
Well, there you have it, guys. There's some of the latest technology there at Florida Automotive Expo. I'd like to thank the gentleman for hosting. SpinCar.
Yeah.
It does 360, so my head does 360. SpinCar.com, I'm assuming? Yeah. All right. Awesome.
And remember, what do we say now? If you ain't spinning,
If you ain't spinning, you ain't winning.
you ain't spinning, you ain't winning.
All right.
Love it.